on the CT side. The CT hub is going to be all important to them. If they have a bad one, it's going to be lights out for them as GODSENT will get to play their own map pick and try to take us to a third. It's the pistol round of Ancient about to go live.
And this is where we've really got to see guys like tabseN and of latto to step up individually. For Henny's sake, we haven't seen a lot out of him in the Pro League so far when it comes to high-end performances. And into the pistol straight away, tabseN being able to drop that bomb, get a couple of kills, and even the CTs are aggressing forward in towards that A main portion.
Wasting absolutely no time. Overwhelming here for the big side. Henny overwhelmed by Crimbo towards that mid control. The last player standing in the 1 versus 4 and decimated on the part of Big. Big pistol for them to start things off. And again, this first half is going to be everything to the German team.
Yeah, GODSENT just getting rolled over in that mid portion. A lot of crossfires being set. That wrap aggressively out in A main, really providing that support. And of course, tabseN playing in from the pit angle towards that cubby corner in the left-hand side, really finding that impact. GODSENT probably look at the first map and think about the force buying. Even though there was not a lot of success in that round and not a bomb plant, they're still going to buy the issue.
Straight first through from CSGO, trying to look for that first player of Taco. He'll dish him down at 12 HP, not quite get the frag for it. The nade's coming closer and closer, but not able to capitalize on the kills just yet here. CT side holding their own as latto tries to lean in towards the lane position. Might catch CSGO or tabseN. Flashes in, going to be completely evaded. Taps out from that player, drive them both back.
Yeah, hugging the wall, not getting any flash assists at all there. I saw the way the Big wanted to put the intent of taking some of that lane control back. barton and co just trying to toy out of this A main position. farfen's going to hear at least the util being used, but doesn't have a great information on just how many players are there.
Positions held. tabseN leans into the cave angle. B site contested by him and Crimbo. SMGs in very different positions over towards B. A bit of a lean coming in from the rest of the CT players as well. A rotation in from CSGO will try join the party. farfen left is the only player to hold on the A site, and they're lucky that the bomb's not committing just yet. It could all be a fake call from here.
And, oh, what a shot through the smoke too. That deals with the anchor, and now the bomb's going to be coming through as CSGO then loses to the fight of Henny. tabseN in from mid might be able to find the response and get a knife kill maybe.
Early doors, money, money. I respect it because with the visuals getting the frags together, it might end up going the way as the start of the last map. The bomb will get planted as tabseN brings in the 3 versus 3. Low HP for Taco could be a bit of a concern with the SMGs making their way forward and all. Lack of head Kevlar for tabseN and barton could also be a bit of a worry for them. tabseN switching out to the M4 as the smokes go down, trying to siphon them off. Back over towards the CT spawn. They'll make their way into Temple instead. tabseN looking around, trying to grab that bomb's position. tabseN leaning up. Burst 5 from the M4, the SMG of Crimbo. Try to strike on barton. tabseN falls. barton next. Taco 1v3. No real chance of this one. tabseN gets the kill. The fuse gets stuck, and it will be a second round for Big, despite the early shenanigans from GODSENT.
Yeah, GODSENT would be disappointed there, Jay. When you're able to get an entry out into A and you deal with a lane pick too and get a 5-on-3, normally you close the rounds, whether it be a force buy or an eco. So, yeah, they get the bomb down. They don't really find anything more from that issue. Now I wonder, do GODSENT force again? The round loss bonus is working with them. They get the extra cash injection with the bomb plant. The knife coming through from tabseN is going to be healthy. And then think about as much how great those MP9s were of not only finding the retake, but farming up the money.
Yeah, lots of cash flowing the way of Big. Despite that, they're going to use to opt to try and invest the majority of it into this next round. Hero AK set for tabseN. No real definitive force buy for GODSENT. Mostly a half buy around set Hero AK. farfen gets simply going to peek forward. Perfect flash in. Kill gets found on latto with damage done to barton. Not quite the double that he wanted. Backs out with an advantage. tabseN's going to follow up on it, get his double up of his own. farfen and eventually makes it 2 frags. Taco left out towards Donut. Does get that 1 pick, but surely should fall soon.
This hero rifle round, not as great as the one we saw from them on Nuke on the T side. They're able to get away with 1 pick. They put a lot of force forward in towards the A main position. Really seemed as if that farfen was going to get maybe 2, 3, even 4 kills with that flash coming through from the A main portion, but instead it was the rotators out from City Spawn with those M4A1Ss that really gave that barrage of support, allow another round to flow through from Big, and so far in the early portion of this City side, they are playing with some confidence and even getting the big green out for CSGO.
Incendiary's held. Flashes ahead. tabseN trying to catch Henny off guard. The Incendiary's coming down from the T side. We'll try to keep him away at candles. Not quite fond of the angle that he's at, though. Father might have to swing forward and try to provide support. Flashbang in, kill fan. That was latto kicking things off a bit.
Well, very clever out from the Candles position that they already realized that mid's being taken. tabseN just toying with them with the util. The flash comes over the top. Farfan's able to peek aggressively. And then even the AWP on rotation finds a pick in Candles. 5 on 3.
Seeing Demao jump facing with the Molotov down incendiary to respond from the CT side. Meanwhile, tabseN strikes out towards mid, gets 2 kills, drops the bomb, Barton and Henny out. Demao in a 1 versus 5, and this is exactly the start the Big wanted to go from here. GODSENT can't quite gain a round just yet. They will concede to the 4-0 start.
This round is free, not even competitive when we think about what's actually being invested forward in from GODSENT, getting ripped apart from that mid portion. And I'm surprised with the protocol there for Big was when they had a 5 on 3, rather than playing cautiously and playing deep into the bomb sides, they actually re-aggress. We see tabseN that's coming through from the top of Candles and tabseN with that MP9 on lane just start combining forward. It catches GODSENT off guard. They're even able to reposition the AWP aggressively out from the B stairs to deal with that last player. 4-0. GODSENT, they're going to have to take a tactical soon, realizing we need to get started.
Not in this round just yet. Tech9s and Deagles will come through. Maybe they'll take the tactical in the next one where they have the guns out. Flashes over, initiating towards the mid pick for tabseN. Attempting to find Taco, gets his kill in. latto also tagged out. Demao burning in the Molotov. Ahead of the cheater position. tabseN with his kill. Flashes in against it. Will take a minimal amount of damage to the Molotov. Henny caught with a headshot as Kimbo finished off latto. Barton with no chance in hell. All 5 alive for the Big side. A lot of survival, a big survival rate right now for the CT side. 10 ground on 2 players coming into this next one. I should be back for the GODSENT side as well.
And when we characterize Big, they're always a team that are great with the anti-strat. They're able to do a lot of preparation going forward. Think about the expectation of surprise. Big come through with Nuke. 1 out of 5 games, that's been picked. This is this one. For GODSENT, this is now the 4th time out of 5 best-of-3s in the Pro League. The Ancient's being picked. So Big have got the read that it's going to come through in a veto like this.
Might have done their research. I mean, certainly feels like they have done with how easy these rounds have come together. GODSENT playing right into the German hands at the 5-0 start. And they get the gun round together. It could get even worse for them as CSGO catches latto. U2 in hand, picked up, smoke back towards Elbow to suppress the remaining T-side players. 5 on 4 game for Big.
That quick flick, and then even more pressure building in from the mid portion with that utility. GODSENT can't do much about that. Thinking about the A exec, getting that donut smoke, try to take some temple control, put some pressure down. 2 players out on A to defend.
Right to the back boxes, tabseN just watching alongside Farman at the end of the smoke. Meanwhile, Taco has struck. CSGO has fallen in lane. Henny's AWP watching, swing out of the AK. Barton caught with U2 in hand. The only blind spot the AWP couldn't defend him from. Take a shot back towards Farman, but tabseN in the midst of the smoke. Hearing him rotate away, back turn, spray through. 2v2 with the trailers coming out from Demao, keeping things at evens, but they've got to go back for that bomb outside of main. Taco will get it uncontested.
Now, surely they've got to work with an APEC here. They don't know where Crimbo's relocated through, holding down that window position in case there is an aggressive move in from that lane portion. And even tabseN, he's back passive. He's moving into CT spawn on A.
Push forward at Taco's part. Walking in with Demao, the AWP, trying to support in from Donut. Can't see anything of the CT forces. tabseN just all the way back out position. Should be a free bomb plant at least. The retake is another story.
If he gets in from Donut, he might make this very awkward. GODSENT might not expect the reposition to be as quick as that. 10 seconds left on the clock. They've got to get the bomb down.
Plant secured. tabseN will make his way in from Donut, uncontested by the T side, watching main and temple. 2 players spread out on the 4 entryways towards this A side. Still waiting for Crimbo to get the position to try to set the retake up. Demao, I think, is covered off from Donut, so it won't be an easy pick for a tabseN here. Watches out towards main. tabseN starts walking forward. Crimbo could try flash his teammate in. Could catch Taco at the right timing. Perfect flash. Backed up. Demao waiting. Molotov on the bomb for Taco. That could be enough. That might just steal the round out towards it. Diffuse on from tabseN. Still trying to catch the player off. They're trying to get Taco in the trade. No, the AK comes up good. Crimbo's got to save. He fights on the AWP. Does take it down just before the bomb goes up. GODSENT will win there first.
Yeah, slightly unorthodox with the continuous pushes in from lane and from mid there from Big. And what a perfect mid round that is from GODSENT when you think about the pressure that's being applied. down there from that A main portion, that tiziaN's still aggressing through the smoke and making things so awkward. It's really the way that they're able to capitalize, bring it back to a 2v2, and especially when you're in a situation like that you don't even need to take a fight onto the bomb site directly, that makes it so much more easy to work with. First on the round for GODSENT.
Still a broken buyback in this second round. The follow-up for GODSENT, though. The Galils on 2 individuals, so Dumao and Bartin. Upset in for CSGO, of course, saved from the previous round. Primbo's part. Watching elbow, ready to receive taco. Flash out. Doesn't connect. Second one. Molotov actually coming in against CSGO's position. He connects that shot, puts the smoke down.
Just try and hide in the safety, try and get a flash in from his teammate, work in and around the smoke. Can he multi-frag? tiziaN's there for support.
CSGO will end up falling. A secondary flashbang trying to catch off Henny. Caught on the blocks, but not quite dead yet. tiziaN can't escape. latto inbound from window. Once again, holds support for Henny's part in a 3 versus 3 situation.
Yeah, Big were on point with their util usage. The flash assist to try and get that peek through. Farfan over-aggressing dry. Gets caught out by latto. And now GODSENT are starting to get a feel of the pace and what Big are trying to push down here towards the mid portion. Another re-peek goes the way of the T side in mid.
Great frag now left towards one of Crimbo. Backing up towards the A site ahead of the Molotov. Barty must have heard that. Good call on the rotation back towards that B site, or just win the fight straight up and get that second in a row for GODSENT.
Now, Big would have felt as if that should have been an easy kill. With those flashes coming through, the donut peak just getting ever so close to dealing with Henny. But latto, what an incredible round that was from him. When you think about him at window, when he's down at the bottom of mid, on low HP, he just continued fragging out in that round.
And GODSENT have found their lifeline, found their spring in the step of it, if you will. 2 in a row. Big can continue to rebuy, though. The economy was built up so well, so little damage taken in the rounds that they won, and the confident plays to try and aggress like CSGO has. Spot the player just ahead of the Molotov. Get them out to kick things off. tiziaN up against taco. Next, blind face, dry face. Kill found to a 5 versus 3. Barton responds, but CSGO chimes back in.
Now, rather than just getting out of that A main position, they just keep the crossfire set. latto just gets spammed down. tabseN working on the edge of the util. And what an unorthodox approach to get that AWP so aggressive to work with the Flames. Henny now in the 1 versus 4. At least he's got the bomb.
Gotta find all the individual picks for it, though. Does get Crimbo to start. tabseN not moving and into a peek out as the AWP jumps into position. There was no way he was going to try and turn around that fight. 6-2 for Big as a result. The CTs back in control for this one. GODSENT may have gained their first 2 back. Money still isn't there for them. They're taking heavy casualties.
Just keep in mind, Jay, every single series that we've seen so far from Big in the Pro League this season has been either a 2-0 or an 0-2. We've never seen a third map. So now with the fact that that's playing in the mind of Big, that you've won the first map, you're now up 6-2, thinking about 7-2, the 2-0, it starts looming.
And heavily momentum-based run from this CT side here. Right, now momentum does favour them, you're right about that. The CT half of Ancient, the map victory already coming in with execution from GODSENT on the hero AK setup. Barton and taco can work in. Sponge the damage to set up taco for the kill back. Orpin and CSGO looking out towards long, but not getting a pick back. Eventually overwhelmed by the Deagles that they face together. Missed shot from the AWPer, and a 4v3 to the favour of GODSENT. Bomb down, taco facing a pond. Finally Farfan with the trade back, doubles up as well. Barton's AWP now suppressed. It's Mal tries chiming in. He will also drop, and Barton ahead of the smoke. Not even the bomb planted for him. They can stick the defuse from here and just cover him off from CT.
Get that smoke down, now you know. Now you've got the long play involved, you can just get onto the bomb. What a recovery that is from Big, and we kind of mentioned how important Farfan was in that first map with the consistency, with the impact frags. That one there, if he does the multi-frag, I think that round gets lost. You just start losing control over at the B side, because we've seen how dominant GODSENT can be when it comes to some of these half-buys.
Well, tactical timeout to think about the full buy here. Well, spawn plant bonus to bolster up the buy up, and they will see the full guns coming out, can afford AWPs as they so desire. Again, it's a tactical thing. What can they do to force the issue from Big? What can they do to use their parts appropriate to get something done on the T side? And as we've seen so far this week, in theory, a 5-10 half could be good enough for GODSENT.
Yeah, from Big's point of view, you need at least double digits. That has got to be the goal from them, double digits plus in the first half, because we saw what happened into the second half for the players that even working with a 10-5, it wasn't enough rounds to get it over. And when we look at the positives for GODSENT, I think mid has to be the main one. How much trading and positively we've seen from them have got to continue cracking and putting pressure down.
Smoke set, Molly's out, flashes in, tabseN covered off, latto gets the kill. tabseN, quick responsive, back with the smokes and the nades in towards the window position. The AWP assist, and will try and lean forward. But behind that smoke towards elbow, the teams will back away, hold the advantage.
Henny can come over that Crimbo's gone very aggressive. Hearing those footsteps down from the bottom of ramp, another re-smokes come through. Now the CTs have regained the mid control, taken lane, and you've got Farfen playing passively on A. GODSENT are going to have to brute force their way through this doors position if they want to regain the map control, and Crimbo's now giving the respect forward, knowing that there's two players crossfiring in mid. He needs to play back passive on B.
And tabseN watching Crimbo in his position backed up towards the B site. He'll hear the tags up against the GODSENT camp, so he'll know that they've made their way back in towards lane. He's happy to sit in wood and just wait for the T's to come to him. Got CSGO's AWP set to task and angle. Flash in for him to try peek out towards ramp. See nothing at all.
Now, tabseN still hasn't over-aggressed towards the elbow position and start clearing out further towards that T-spawn area. Instead, there's not a lot of information being gained. They've got the stack on B at least.
Smokes down, flashes over. Molotov's going to get Crimbo out of the way.
Back into mid.
Yeah, he's in. Look out for tabseN, who doesn't hold on forever. Doesn't even hold on for a kill. latto picks him up. Now Farven's up to task. CSGO does rotate back, but one player ahead of the temple position. Molotov to his position as well. AWP in for the shot. Farven needs to get a kill. Indeed, he will. latto's also fallen back in the interim. A 3v3. The AWP peeks in. CSGO can double up. Remove Demal next. Nades up. 12 seconds. Bomb drop to the backside. latto has got to get a trade and get a plant. That nade should finish Farven off. So it's a 2v2. Shots in for the AWP of Henny. Can't get it past Crimbo's part, who doubles up against him and holds down the half for Big.
Now, sometimes, Jay, you can do absolutely everything right, and you still don't find the success. You still don't find the round. And in that one there, think about the setup for Big. Farfen's playing A alone. tabseN's playing mid. And then the rest of them are on B. You've got a 2-1-1 setup, and they catch off tabseN. They start running down from mid, have the mid-round call of a BXE fake to bring that bomb into A. They've got one player to deal with on that bomb site. Yes, you can say the rotation from CSGO allowed the regroup out from sort of that city spawn area to look into Donut, but GODSENT did everything right in the mid-round. They just weren't able to find enough entries.
AWP set in for both sides on a full buy. GODSENT did get another bomb plant. Bonus cash available despite Big winning the retake. tabseN ahead of Plat. Barton caught off by Farven, drawing attention away from this light. The Molotov will come out towards him, should force tabseN out. Indeed, Demal gets that kill, and Farven continues facing to try and desperately grab the trade and grab that main control. Meanwhile, mid control for CSGO takes latto out of the fold.
Oh, Farfen's so aggressive. Think about the information. Look at what's going over at the B site. 3 of the big CT members are stacked over, and Farfen's telling them, there's no lurk, there's nothing, I can keep walking.
tabseN smoke set on that B site. Gonna suppress back over towards the ramp angle as the T's have made their way into rotation angles. The information gained by Farven's backstab doing wonders for the CTs right now. The only concern would be middle, which is being covered off passively by tabseN. Henny's AWP leaning in, dry face against CSGO's gonna go right for the T side. 2 left, Farven looking to execute against them. Demal reads it, but still can't do anything about it. latto now in the 1 versus 4.
A bigger outclassing them in the first half, without a doubt. We've even seen in the awkward situations where positional advantage-wise they don't quite have the marker, they've been able to come through. And in this round, just the information play to aggress forward in towards A main, to stack up the B side. You can see tabseN's thinking, okay, there could be a mid-lurk. There could be a way that they walk into Donut or into Candles, but the crossfire set there on B. And for CSGO, you have to say it, Jay, the majority of AWP frags, he's not even blinded. There's not even getting enough util against the AWPer.
Yeah, and he's been doing wonders for it. It's contrasting to Henny, who in that last map was bottom of the board for his team, and in this one is, well, not quite there just yet, but the numbers are pretty low across everybody, in fact, from the GODSENT side. Big working with the CT side so well as latto becomes the first man out of the quick half-buy rush in. Will get picked up on tabseN's part. Henny down. Molotov's in. The bomb plant still could be secure, but as tabseN gets on the site itself, it becomes less likely. It will continue to be so as the time ticks away. Finding some damage returnable. tabseN still looking for the bomb carrier here. Barton gets caught. Farben with that kill. Back tackle with only player to respond. And won't get anything more except that one kill. 10-2, so double digits achieved now by Big.
Things are getting very uneasy for GODSENT. I mean, we sort of talk about the lack of T-side for Big. Well, we don't talk about the lack of T-side for GODSENT. 47.9% round win percentage on their T-side. Okay, you can keep into account that in the last 3 months, they have played some North American teams of Liquid and Party Astronauts and even Team 1 into the mix, and it hasn't all been European teams. GODSENT are pretty proficient on their T-side, and they're not showing it here on Ancient.
Well, look, that kind of stat line you rarely ever see. That's how CT-Sider's map can be at times. So seeing GODSENT fail on this first half, at least not hold a close contest, a little bit discouraging. They could still make it 5 rounds, but they need to turn it away from here. And again, 10-5 could be enough for the GODSENT side. Nades ready for Crimbo. They're all held out in lane.
This HE could do mass damage. Timing's going to be everything on the jiggle, and now the information's been seen.
Center a match, but latto just sponges it, and Taco gets the kill towards tabseN instead. Crimbo with a responsive, a double up, almost a triple, but latto trades it just in time. Crosshead placement not 100% there. A 3 versus 3 as tabseN makes his way up to task. Latto could get caught with the blind sprays. It's all a case of timing. He'll let them cross. He'll wait for the smoke to clear and just try to deny the bomb plant, doing so much damage that Nader Farben will finish the job, but a bomb still goes down. Henny will fall. Damao left with it all to do. Backed up towards Ram, smoked away from the site. Does hold a Molotov to try and hold a bit more time against the diffuser, but it will just get stuck down here.
Try and spam, see if he can find the connection. Oh, he's getting ever so close on the Sirison. 4 points of health, and now tabseN aggresses towards the ramp position. Very well played there from Big. They know 2v1. The only way we can really lose this is if we give up advantages, if we don't get onto that bomb straight away. And knowing that that spam's coming through, that is the go. tabseN, you've got to fight him. We can't make sure that this diffuser falls. And even for GODSENT, things looked decent on the trading game. They got it back into a 3v3, but notice, as soon as they got that bomb down, there wasn't success.
Just struggles continue here for the GODSENT side. You can't really find an angle to work with still. Tactical pause, their second used in this map up. When Damao got so close to getting the kill as well, he won't know how low CSGO was. But we can see it and how heartbreaking it really was. He forced them off the bomb defuse at a certain point and everything.
We've got to get back to the kills, though, Jay. That's got to be the topic here. The kill distribution, yeah, it's tight. Yeah, it's pretty good from everyone, but no one's even on double digits, whereas for Big, everybody's on double digits.
Yeah, lowest player of tabseN at 10, highest player of Taco at 8. Big have come to play today. And on this second map, GODSENT maybe running out of lifelines. You still got that second half to worry about, but just the deficit that could be on the table for them. A 13-2 best case scenario for Big. That's borderline impossible to bring back.
And what's insane to think about is this was a map that was a 16-11 victory against Movistar Riders over for GODSENT, which is the team that has been unstoppable in this group.
The Mad tag to 40 points of health. Start out again for the big side. tabseN, Crimbo waiting in cave and Cheetah. Continue to wait for contact, but see nothing, gain nothing, find nothing for now.
Another resmoke, thinking about going down over towards the A side. Big even having tabseN as that rotating player in between spawns to just gather the information. tabseN jump spotting in from mid is going to receive a fair amount of util, and that actually pushes Sirison to go aggressive with the AWP and Ram.
Will he find Henny? Will he get latto? Exposed to position. Caught by Henny at the quick peek out of the doorway. Crimbo can't get it responsive, but latto catches him on the rotation back into the B site. Smokes in from tabseN. Will try hold them off for the time being, but it's only going to hold them off for so long. Rotations from the other CTs are inbound, and there's 20 seconds for GODSENT to commit. They've got to go to the B site. Flashes in, tabseN evades it, catches the player at the edge of the smoke. It's actually Farben that gets that kill. tabseN also chimes into the mix. The bomb's been dropped, and Farben with the blind spray will connect 12 now for Big.
Rookie mistakes there from GODSENT. You've got to act. They got a double entry there on B. They got the first kill with the AWP getting aggressive, and they traded out Crimbo. Whether you get resmoked or not does not matter. You have got to send it, because for Big, they're so out of position. There's no one there to defend the B side, and when that resmoke goes down, you've got to go right through it. You've got to keep the pressure on, because then when the XE finally comes through, you're running into the full stack.
Double op setup now for Father and CSGO. First time it's been brought out here on this map up. Taco attacked the 25, latto attacked the 27 without even contact established, just nade damage being done there. Big bolstering their situation, continuing to keep the hurt up. 3 Galils as well to try and back in for GODSENT. They haven't got a basis to work from.
This round streak is just going insane right now. 7 in a row for Big. And GODSENT, the lack of bomb plants, the lack of success when it comes to closing the rounds out, now puts themselves in a position in round 15 where, like you mentioned, even the weaponry is not ideal. Could this be the 13-2 half? This would be such an insane performance for Big, to think that going into the second, they could just close it out.
The pistol conversion set could be enough.
Yeah.
Especially at 13-2. That would be enough. That's 3 rounds. With the smokes, trying to lean in. GODSENT being so careful about this, but 40 seconds, they've got to go for the hit.
They've used the majority of their util to gain the mid portion. Now they've got to actually act on that. They've got to try and see if they can get a pick onto that donut position, try and over-rotate one of these B players, because come back to the BXE, they're going to struggle being light on util.
Shoulder face, Crimbo seen them, M4 pulled out, flash forward, kill found, damage done to the player right behind him, latto actually gets the TK in the mix, and with Damao and Taco being so low, it'll be a 4v4 that Big can take full control of. Let the headshots come in, tabseN strikes with patience though, Damao trades, now to even standing again, but now him and Taco are still the low HP players. Taco can chime in, Farben, ring of roses on the side, he's got the kill on the bomb carrier, and he doesn't have to do anything more. A 13-2 half from Big, decimating on the CT side, and whilst there's still a CT side for GODSENT in the back pocket, they've got 3 minutes to figure it out in the break, else they're done.
NK is now our coach, like 4 months ago. He changed us a bit, I would say. We are now more structured and we have like a more healthier plan outside of the game, and he's also more calm than the other ones, I would say, and he's also pushing us to the limit than before. So he's doing a quite good job, I would say, yeah.
And if you thought GODSENT might have had a chance back in this series, you might have thought wrong. We could talk about CT halves and map balances all night tonight, but the bottom line is the scoreline, Dweg, and 13-2 is a borderline impossible comeback for the GODSENT side to make. What do they have to do to even start to comprehend this?
I think Big sent them to the 5th place position in the group. We know that already. Just deflated in the first half. Lack of positivity when it came to the mid-round and late round. There were a couple of situations where things started out quite healthily from them in the mid-control, but as a whole, things were very off-point. And I don't know what to say when we think about the history, when we compare what we've seen previously only in the last few days here in the Pro League. Ancient's been so much better than it has today.
If there's any consolation to GODSENT, it's again what we've seen from Big already in this group on this map, but it's got to be that kind of comeback times by 10. Julie's brought out by latto for the pistol round. USPs across the board, no kits brought in by the CT side. Meanwhile, utility and P250 for tabseN over on the GODSENT account. 4 players leaning out to main.
Oh, it's going to have to be retake. You've lost your first player in from Candles. Barton's been pulled off the attention sight line, looking down in towards that A main portion. He's got to get a 1-for-1 or set his team up quickly for the rotate.
It's out spots 2. Can't get the tags, and tabseN drive-bys him, killing off the individual to a 5 versus 3 situation. Taco trying to get a recovery out towards CT spawn, but the bomber's gone down, and GODSENT are trying to commit to the retake, but they've got nothing to work with. No map control. Finally, something brought back by Taco and latto. 2 kills back, 1 trade back for CSGO. Backstab in towards CT spawn. Taco's dealt with, so latto left alone. 1 versus 3. Can't get it done. CSGO with a triple and a pistol round for Big.
While that triple was quite tidy there from CSGO, think about the impact on the lurk. The in-game leader from tabseN, the rest of the pack are regrouping to go for the AXE out from A main, and yet tabseN gets 2 kills with that P250 completely alone. He makes it look easy in that situation, and GODSENT just get rolled over towards that A site. Lack of anything going their way. Force buying into round 17. They need a miracle right now.
14-2. Just gets worse. Big closing in on the win. Taco catches Crimbo off at least here towards Donut. Kill found. Returned by tabseN. 4 versus 4. Barton Scout trying his best to frag back at Temple. Does down a decent tag towards tabseN's position, but the rest of the teams make their way onto the site, and they actually give up Tizian's life. So an advantage for GODSENT on this retake here, but the aggression continues to come in.
This looks promising. They've done a lot of HP numbers, and actually the spam almost comes through from a TK. Saracen's now just down to 13 points of health.
That's all 3 players on 61 HP or lower now. So a chance still available for GODSENT. They're just going to catch the right frags at the right time, and tabseN is one of them. CSGO's another. Farven left alone. Can't hold on forever. And it looks like GODSENT will find their survival.
That's exactly what they needed, and capitalizing on something that is looking positive. That one, they've got a 4-on-3, they've got the man advantage, they did a lot of damage, and for tabseN, that was a pretty simple kill just because his gun barrel's being seen. The widened angle towards that right-hand side of the entrance into the temple, forced it back, and then from that point onwards, you've just got so much confidence to just continue peeking on one another, set each other up. Now, Big don't need a force buy here. If they didn't get a bomb plant, oh, you'd be on double eco territory. But because they got the bomb down, block the round out, get the rifles in the next.
Seems to be the general plan there. See what they can do with the only P250 that Tizian has brought down. And I mean, credit to them, they got a decent amount in the previous eco that they took against guns. All back towards Nuke and how that 3rd round went down in that first half.
Don't remind me.
Oh, if Big get their way, they'll remind you anyway. Barton and Demao trying to take contact on the back of the site and out towards the mid-control. Nades in against Crimbo. Could tag him to 19 indeed. He will go that low. The flash is inbound as the T's try and make their way out, but the CTs are stalling them with flashbangs.
The rotations are pretty quick here for the CTs to start bolstering up this A site, but for Big, they can just keep toying with these over-rotates, try and bait out some further aggressive, try and see if they can set a trap set up through, and if they can bait as much util out as possible, that would be ideal.
Lean towards elbow, we'll see Demao, first man in. Paco jump facing out towards Candles. Nice nade placement. Tagging tabseN and CSGO down. tabseN will eventually fall to Demao's AK. Taco's looking for a little bit more. Spartan gets the kill on towards Farvin. Tizian will drop Taco's hands. Crimbo will face, and Crimbo will fall. So 1 versus 5 assists, and trying to sneak a bomb planting in Spartan. Not going to happen. So no shades of the eco victories. GODSENT are back within 10.
And Big trying to turn it around from their 3-map losing streak here of Ancient. Astralis, Fnatic, and Players are the last 3. And when we think about some of the previous events that were after Katowice, we've seen them in the RMR qualifiers, we saw them in Pinnacle. Haven't seen a lot of Ancient, so I'm trying to see if they can add it to be another map that you have to be feared against. 14-4 with the NWP out in towards the mid-take straight away. Demau's going to try and work on the edge of this donut throw.
Oh, the shot from CSGO, though. Straight on Henny on the jump face, flick back, and it's going to allow a fast entry into the B site, it feels like. Latto, Galil faced around, and Farvin catches him. Taco with a responsive, but CSGO's looking for another one. His teammates right behind him. Bob can't commit just yet. Flash over, Crimbo faces, and Taco falls. So does Demau. Barton in a 1 versus 4. This should be match point now for Big.
Oh, they're sharp. So on point individually. What an entry that is from Sirison. And then the riflers just back him up. Farfan getting a dry pick. Crimbo doing the same. Sirison even getting a refrag to multi-kill in with that AWP. And for Barton, he might try and get back out towards this A-main portion. Look who's on the other side. tabseN's going to try and drop this FAMA.
They get rid of that. That'll be mainly the only weapon they can save into the next round. Broken by status. Unfortunately, tabseN will not overextend. They'll keep the AK in, as will Barton keep the FAMAS. Big will keep their heads at 15-4, 11 to OT for GODSENT. Let's have a look at the buys. They'll get that AWP out at least. We'll take a look at the buys in a moment. Brilliant stuff from Big. You mentioned how sharp they were, and that sharpness could close things out. And they have got M4s at least, but Henny rocking the glass cannon AWP.
Henny didn't even do a lot wrong in that last round. He just tried to jump face, just to try and get some information, and Sirison hits an absolute banger with the NWP, looking for another entry super quick in towards a donut.
Charging through the Molotovs. I'm not sure if Barton's ready for it. I'm not sure if Taco heard it in all the chaos. Bob leaning in. Barton seen and dead. That's the A site taken already. GODSENT will try to fend from outside of the site. Taco in particular back in CT spawn, but the smokes are down, the bomb's down. It's a 5v4 post plant.
Rotations are going to take a little while, and even Tizian trying to play on the edge of the smoke has made some noise spamming through. Damage is being done.
Onto the CT side though, not to the T's. GODSENT in a bit of a pickle. Smokes down, Tizian holding. Flashes forward, Demau checks the corner, and Tizian sitting in it to get his kill, doubles up as well, looking for the triple. Latto and Henny get 2 trades, but CSGO with his AWP deals out a finishing blow, all to Henny. Time too far ticked, can't get the retake, can't get an exit, can't get anything. 16-4 for the 2-0 of Big. They'll make it like all their other series is in the ESL Pro League.
What a performance in for Big, really showing up on the last day. And right there for GODSENT, we saw them only get 4 rounds against Liquid. I didn't think it would happen again, but that Ancient, it looked...